Trump has caused multiple government officials to go into panic mode with this Christmas Day tweet right here. Trump goes on to say that if Canada was to become the 51st state, taxes would be lowered by 60% and business would immediately double, while also dabbling about taking the Panama Canal back as well as purchasing Greenland. Well, it looks like we got some things to discuss, guys, so let's play the clips.
O'Leary is making a stunning claim that half of his fellow Canucks, that's about 20 million people, are open to President-elect Trump's bold pitch to make Canada the 51st state. And he's even willing to go down to Mar-a-Lago to help broker the deal. Watch.
Canadians over the holidays, the last 2 days, have been talking about this. They want to hear more. Think about the power of combining the two economies, erasing the border between Canada and the United States, and putting all that resource up to the northern borders where China and Russia are knocking on the door. So secure that, give a common currency, figure out taxes across the board, get everything trading both ways, create a new, almost EU-like passport. I like this idea, and at least half of Canadians are interested.
Now, I'd say half of the country is probably a stretch there, but Kevin does make some good points. Absorbing Canada and its population with economic resources would make the most powerful country in the world even more powerful. And with the US being the laughingstock of the world theater for the last 4 years, I personally don't think it would be a bad idea to show that the days of Americans being puppets are over. But let's break this down from a technical standpoint. With us potentially acquiring Canada and Greenland, it would give us the largest landmass superpower the world has ever seen, rivaling that of Russia. With the added population and resources, the United States would be at a power level never seen before. From a military standpoint, although I'm no expert, this would allow us to strengthen our northern border and give us a direct line to Alaska, which is bordering Russia. And with growing concerns on the global level, I don't think it's a bad idea to acquire more territory and stronger defenses.
Essentially, we're paying Canada, and we love Canada. I have so many friends. I love Canada. I love it. But why are we spending $150 billion on Canada? Yet Canada allows people and drugs to flood in through our northern border.
As usual, Trump is right. We pay them billions of dollars and they allow migrants and drugs into our country. One way to solve the problem is to make Canada our territory and then the borders become our borders. This is just one piece of the puzzle, though. We are also getting financially destroyed at the Panama Canal. You know, the same canal we gifted away under the Carter administration.
Has anyone ever heard of the Panama Canal? Huh? Because we're being ripped off at the Panama Canal like we're being ripped off everywhere else. When President Jimmy Carter foolishly gave it away for $1. During his term in office, it was solely for Panama to manage and not for China or any other country to manage. It was given to Panama and to the people of Panama, but it has provisions. You got to treat us fairly, and they haven't treated us fairly. If the principles, both moral and legal, of this magnanimous gesture of giving are not followed, then we will demand that the Panama Canal be returned to the United States of America in full, quickly, and without question.
To his point, China currently controls 2 ports in the Panama Canal, managed by Chinese firms based out of Hong Kong. So I think there's more going on behind the scenes as to why Trump wants it back.
Fees to use the Panama Canal, which the U.S. built in the 1900s and then transferred to Panamanian control under President Jimmy Carter. Trump ordered Panama to, quote, treat us fairly or the U.S. would take it back, to which Panama's president replied, every square meter of the Panama Canal and its adjacent area belongs to Panama and will continue to be. The sovereignty and independence of our country is not negotiable. Trump responded, we will see about that, plus an image of an American flag planted in the canal.
I think we should have a serious discussion about the failure of the United States under the Carter administration to give up one of our most significant strategic points in the world. It was one of the greatest American engineering and strategic achievements of the 20th century. China is now dominating the Panama Canal and threatening our interests in the Western Hemisphere.
Trump also re-upped interest in buying Greenland from Denmark, to which Denmark said Greenland is not for sale.
Now, I'm not going to discuss how bad of an idea it was to sell the Panama Canal for $1. It's actually the lowest IQ decision financially I've probably ever seen. But competition is high on the global stage, and it's clear, as usual, the Chinese aren't playing by the rules.
What bothers the president about the Panama Canal that he feels as though we're being ripped off?
Well, he feels right now that America is not being treated fairly. And when you think about the conversations we've had with Canada, Mexico, and everybody else, there is a very common theme. America is going to be treated fairly, or we are going to have conversations with countries all around the world. With Mexico and Canada, they've already started making changes. We want fair trade. We want strong borders, right, and we want America to be recognized as the leader that we are around the free world, and we're going to be treated fairly.
I just saw, too, just doing some research, Panama says the water's low, so we got to charge. We have less ships going through, so we got to charge you more. So the prices are up by the billions, and they're up 15% overall, and that's what the president's talking about. There's also rumors that China's getting a special deal.
China's getting a special deal. Who would have guessed? We built it, managed it, gifted it, and the Chinese are getting a special deal while owning two of the main ports? Corruption at its finest.
Denmark is now on the front lines of the war against Russia and China. They're like the Baltic states, they're like Poland, because of their vast territory in Greenland. And so they've got to defend Greenland. And if they can't defend it, we're going to have to, and we're not going to do it for free. So the Danes can either put the frigate that's necessary there, they can put the air wings, they can put the missiles in Greenland, and they can put the infantry there that they need to defend the country, just like the Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia are doing in Eastern Europe. Or they can pay us to do it, and we'll do it, but they can cover the cost of the defense. Or if they don't want to do either of those things, they can let us buy Greenland from them, and Greenland can become part of Alaska. I mean, the native people in Greenland are very closely related to the people of Alaska, and we'll make it a part of Alaska. But they can't have it. The U.S. can't defend it for nothing, and the days of the U.S. taxpayer defending Western Europe and kingdoms in Europe and defending their empire for nothing. Those days are over, and we love the Danish people. They're great. Denmark's a wonderful place. Copenhagen is a wonderful city, but they've got to do their part. They can't have this vast empire and then not defend it and leave it to the U.S. to do it. So we're going to either buy it, they're going to defend it, or they can pay us to defend it. But it's no more free riding, even for people we love like the Danes.
Yeah, I love the consistency of President Trump, right? You're not going to just lean on the United States and allow the people of the United States. Why should the people of Tennessee have to pay for everybody's defense around the world, whether it's the Panama Canal or Greenland?
Greenland also has a chance of becoming mixed up in the Russian war due to its geographical location. And as he said, Americans shouldn't be responsible for defending all these foreign nations for free. The people of the states have no horses in this race, and yet it's our money being sent to them. Why should we not be compensated or own the land we are financing to defend? But anyway, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Click on the top left to watch more videos. Thank you, and Happy New Year.